Hey y'all, just gonna give it 5 minutes. I'm gonna do 2-minute rounds this time, and I'll go through everything in a couple minutes. We'll invite some speakers up. Waiting on Shaw as well. Cool. I'll just bring some peeps up. If you don't have a chance to hop on here, you can also comment below the post. We'll read it out loud and it'll get recorded in as well. So that's also an option. And I see a bunch of people have been commenting, so that's cool.
Like and retweet the space, pinned message up top. If you guys are just sitting here waiting, go click that message, like and retweet. And yeah, excited to hear about some projects.
Good mention. Yep, pinning is a good idea too. All right. So I'll just go through some housekeeping rules here. So 2 minutes. What'd you get done this week? Anything related to open source AI or AI agents only. And it doesn't have to be ai16z or Eliza related. It can be anything you worked on related to those categories. And you can pin something if you want to show peeps. We're also going to plan a demo day because a bunch of hackathons happened and we need screen sharing for stuff that people worked on. So we'll have that separate. But yeah, I'll just invite some peeps up and then we'll start this off, and Shaw will join us when he can. You know, he's doing stuff in Asia, probably traveling around. So give him a bit. But let's just kind of kick this off. I'll go in order of those that joined here, and I'll just keep rotating peeps. Okay, Shaw is here. Great. I can... Shaw, what's your situation in terms of your setup right now? Can you MC as well, or?
Yeah, totally. I've been running on 4 hours of sleep per night, so I'm a little burned, but yeah, I'm totally here. I'm down to do it.
Okay. Well, I'll help out. Yeah.
Just right. Just give me 1 minute because there's a lot of loud sound here for a minute. I don't know if you can hear that, and then we can get rolling.
I don't hear it.
Hey everybody, welcome to What Did You Get Done This Week, number 8. A lot of people got a lot of things done. I mostly yapped. I yapped a lot. I think I yapped for 12 hours yesterday at various events and podcasts. But a lot of other people got a lot of things shipped, and that's what we're here to talk about. So thank you all for coming. We're going to try to keep this to 2 minutes maximum per update, maybe 3 at most if you have something, but let's try and get through it pretty quickly today. We have a lot of people who want to present what they've been working on. There's about 300 people in space and like 20 people who have already said they want to show it off. So yeah, keep it short, keep it scoped to exactly what you did this week. And if you want to give, a very brief context on your project, but this is really more about checking in, keeping ourselves accountable, getting stuff done, not really chilling your project too much, although oftentimes those things are quite related if you got a lot done. So yeah, we'll start it off. We got a whole bunch of people already on stage. We'll start with Astrid, then Lost Girl, then Odie. Let's say Astrid, what did you get done this week?
Hey, GM. Thanks, Shaw, and thank you to everybody. Well, it is no surprise that it's been less than 48 hours, and we have not launched her yet. She is a chatbot named Miku, and we're working to get her back basically tweaked, fine-tuned, and back online because she was kind of rated on a Twitter or Telegram bot. And so we're working really hard to get her back on schedule. And we've been working on Instagram and all the socials because, and we've got Television who's working on some great artwork for her. And once we get her back up and running, she'll be out on X and back as a one-on-one Telegram chat. And then we'll be building out all her, what she's going to be doing. I will be at CES from the 5th to the 9th, and I will be meeting with companies out there, and we'll be showing her to Perfect Core. I have a meeting with another AI try-on, which is augmented reality. So it's really exciting for me to be able to, couple this with existing tech and all the new fashion tech that's out there, as well as bringing this to a circular economy to bring and empower everyone to, uh, use this technology and see what comes out of it. And we're going to be building this into a really interesting type of content creation, but also having her kind of like think for you while you sleep. What are your needs? What are your um, what can she make more efficient for you, and then bringing that to businesses and seamlessly kind of integrating this, just like you kind of said today, Shaw, that we're no longer shopping on websites. We're using this kind of technology to kind of give a totally different experience and empowering everyone around us to be more efficient in our day and make our lives better. So that's what we're doing, and we are working really hard. There's about 3-4 different devs actually helping out throughout the different time zones because we're all over the place, including Shaw has given some great advice, so I thank you. And that's it. And I wanted to hand the mic back to you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Let me just do another sound check. Shaw, can you hear me?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we heard you, Astrid. I think
Okay,
Shaw
cool.
might have some audio issues.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Give me 1 second. Let me do a quick rotation. In the meantime, let's go over to Odie. Odie, what'd you get done this week?
Oh, I think Lost Girl is next.
Lost Girl, what'd you get done this week?
Thanks. I'm happy to go next. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly great being back here every week. This is like the anniversary of when we launched the project, and so it keeps us really in check. So this week we hit all-time highs again. Our white paper is over 150,000 views, and our community has been really rapidly growing, which has honestly been some of the most exciting parts of it. We got a shout out from Bankless, and then Laura Shin followed us, which was, again, kind of like crazy seeing a small project that we built getting recognized in spaces that we learned about crypto from. On the product side, we actually shipped the PR review feature for Selene. Thank you to Shaw and Jin for getting that set up and getting us the permissions. She's actually now suggesting code improvements in the new PRs. I'm really hoping that we can get to a spot where the kind of dev team behind Eliza feel comfortable using her feedback, and she can act really as like a gate to improve the like the PRs that are coming into the repo. We also got a lot of feedback from the community that, there's a lot of these agent projects that are launching, and being technical, they don't really have an understanding of like, how do you take a look at the GitHub and make sure that it's not a LARP or it's actually a legitimate GitHub. So we launched GitLarp yesterday, got a couple hundred review requests, and it's pretty cool to see all the kind of questions they've been asking. We actually got a request for a review for a partner that we just started speaking, which is kind of cool before we even integrated it. Other than that, I launched an article today, a couple days ago, that details like the swarm architecture behind Selene and how we're thinking of multi-agent workflows as Selene continues to evolve. And I'm starting to also look at recursive learning for Selene. And then the other really cool part for us, we actually put out a request for partners. We had Virtuals and Movement reach out, and we're working on some exciting initiatives there. And we're also working with Arc. So Rust is a new kind of thing that Selene is going to start learning. I wanted to give one last shout out to everybody that's listening from the ai16z Discord chat. That community has honestly been truly, truly remarkable to us. They've launched some amazing lore around Selene, and there's actually a really cool song going around. So if you guys haven't heard that, I think I would really highly suggest to listen. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome update. Love the review PR feature as well. Shaw, you there? Can you hear us? All right, I'm just gonna message him. Next up, Odie, what'd you get done this week?
Well, I've been mainly trying to merge fixes into the 1.7.0 branch so we can make more of a final release with all the bug fixes. Everyone's making lots of PRs, which has been great, but we have to test them, and so it's been a little slower than usual, but we're getting through them. Also worked a lot with the voice devs this week. We got the Twitter Spaces merged, so I was testing that earlier. It's quite an experience to play with the voice features of the Eliza bot. I was setting up like a test keynote speaker for the ElizaCon work group, and just being able to correct her and have her remember the corrections. It's so weird and feeling with AI and voice. It's definitely a different vibe. It's still really slow, but these are early days, so I'm really excited about that. And then I spent a lot of time working on a process or plugin process isolation, so each plugin can run its own process. That's going to be a little heftier than I thought, but I've been working on that. Next release, 1.8, we got a bunch of cool features planned, a lot of PRs waiting just to be merged in, and more features on their way.
Awesome. Very cool. And I think that also would be a good segue to 0x build in public. What'd you get done this week?
Yeah, hey everyone. Hope everyone had a good new year. Yeah, so this week, opened up a PR for Eliza, automating the plugin documentation process. So all you have to do is give a relative path in the GitHub action, and then create all the JS doc and a fully spec README as well. I have one more commit I want to make, still working on. The install config overview, docs, actions, providers, all that good stuff is good documentation, but the FAQ and troubleshooting is still a little minimalistic, I guess, is a nice way of putting it. But working on adding more content to that, and we'll have that pushed up tomorrow. And then outside of that, also we launched our Audits agent on X right now. Also, brief background: Audits is a Web3 security platform, starting with auditors, but right now it's just write only. So write only. And we're just breaking down significant DeFi exploits in the past, and the protocols involved, the monetary amount, the attack vector, and how the attack could have been mitigated. And then today also was locked in all day trying to get a feature out actually before this, basically bringing certain features of our auditing platform to X through the AI agent. First integrating, so you just have to send a given Solidity repo or like GitHub link, and then certain project, certain files you want to scan, and then we'll run it through our heuristic engine. So basically, a heuristic is just questions an auditor should be asking themselves when they go throughout the auditing process. So if it's like what's a good example? Like an AMM or a DEX, is the slippage hard coded on chain? If that's found in the code, it will be provided in the heuristic report. And this is just one of the features, kind of like the low hanging fruit we want to provide through X through the agent. But then outside of that, we faced an issue with that like 45 minutes before this. So we'll be working on that to get that feature out for the agent tomorrow as well. And then also excitingly putting together a feature, or rather proposal, for the audit security team to review to create a DAO that the core goal of the DAO is to create and drive the development of agent swarms, specifically for white hat security tooling, starting with Web3 tech, like smart contracts, and then soon thereafter branching out to other programming languages like TypeScript. And then the key members of the DAO will be the agent developers, of course, but then also security researchers attempting to incentivize the acceleration of agentic swarm tooling for security research and auditing and bug bounty hunting. But then still putting together this proposal, but hoping to have that ran by the team and hopefully accepted by next week. So excited for that, and we'll keep everyone up to date.
Awesome. I love the auto documentation work. That's going to be huge for also improving LLM accuracy. Shaw, can you hear us? Test your mic.
Checking. You guys there? Is it working?
We do.
Yeah.
All right, great. Awesome. Cool. Sounds good. So let's go to Faded, and let's hear from AI Monica. Faded, what did you get done this week?
Yo, what's going on? Did a lot of stuff. I've been working with the PP Coin project. So they just released an article about the upcoming product MVP release for the beta is coming out within the next couple days, at least for a small like internal community group. If you're not familiar, PP Coin is basically an automated AI trading companion that's currently submitted for the Solana AI hackathon. So yeah, it's been really cool and interesting, sort of getting familiar with different AI communities, um, as well as some of the other different projects that have been getting submitted. And another cool, I guess, accomplishment for the team this week is getting a repo published for the SendAI agent toolkit, which has been really cool. I think something that I've learned a lot over the last week or so is just how much projects help each other out on the AI side of things behind the scenes, and that's been really, really cool to witness and be a part of. So yeah, it's kind of it for me. It's been really awesome, hearing what everyone else has going on, and just learning, just really. I think AI is not going anywhere, so you might as well learn as much as you can. Coming to stages and spaces like this is a good start for many to listen to and eventually get involved with. I think the opportunity there is limitless.
Awesome. Very cool. AI Monica. I mean, are you an AI or are you a human? Maybe you're just listening. Maybe you have that new plugin.
Hello?
Oh, Ranch,
Is that
what's
me?
going on?
Oh, what is going on, Shaw, man?
What did you get done this week?
I got on way too much shit. I gotta be able to like share some stuff though. Okay, here we go. This week, well, you dumped these spaces on everybody, so we have been tinkering with that because I think I told you weeks ago we've been working on the spaces. So shout out to Roperito for delivering something there. We are trying to get that done for next week, Friday. And then I'm still playing around with integrating like our framework with the Eliza framework for V2, which is there's some fun things that we're trying to build out there, but it's not exactly public yet. What's more public is we are building into our like multiple agent swarm tech for broke. We're releasing a website. We're dropping all token gating soon. Kind of like in the vibe of Grafane and all these other things, so you can just see all of our tools out there working. And if anyone wants to reach out and try any of our newest releases, feel more than free. Doing basically yield on chain across all apps and swaps. And on our side, we're just working on partnerships with people like all the that are trying to get financial swaps, working on their site and doing some other things that are fun too. What have you been up to?
Traveling around Asia, man, talking, yapping to all the people, meeting all the people.
Dude, you're doing God's work.
I am doing the Lord's work, working for that bag.
For all of our bags, brother.
Yeah, right. All right. Let's hear from SYMBiEX, then Superfruit.
Hey guys, so this week I got the third agent. So we have 3 agents total, live on Twitter, Telegram, and I have all 3 in Discord for like private Discord for testing. I just wanted to know, I'd like to add those to the arena. So whoever I need to talk to for that. I did my first PR request. I added the model provider for DeepSeek so people can use DeepSeek v3. And then I redid the entire plugin that I was working on. I'm really focused on character creation right now because the goal is, 20 plus agents live across multiple platforms. So I needed a way to streamline that process. So the plugin that I'm working on is actually, so you can use natural language and just be like, hey, Eliza, make me this character. And it'll print you out a character with the download link. It is live in my GitHub right now, but I do still have some more testing to do.
Awesome. Very cool. Superfruit, how you doing? What you done this week?
Hey, doing good. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for having me. So, we officially launched the token on December 21st and then the product on the 25th, our first AI agent. This week, we've surpassed 6,000 unique users and over 13,000 requests to our servers. We've had a lot of data and feedback for the V2 that is coming soon. On launch day, we initiated this exciting collaboration with Paul AI to strengthen our ecosystem and presence. We introduced a community board where the token holders can submit ideas for future implementation. Um, that's where we've had ideas for the Dragonfruit AI V2, which is going to be rolling out as a Chrome extension and a Telegram bot also. And that has been requested a lot by the community. People were complaining about not basically liking the product, but they didn't want to come back to our website and platform every time to use it. So we're making it easier as a Chrome extension and a Telegram bot. We've also received a lot of positive feedback and interest about the Eliza framework. So we're considering implementing it for our next AI agents. We have 4 AI agents coming up. What's next? So the V2 of Dragonfruit, Telegram bot, and Chrome extension. We have staking feature for our token coming up. There's more agents also in the development, and we're also starting this AI Wednesdays weekly AMA just to educate people in general about updates and news in the AI space. This is pretty much it. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Very cool. We've got a few other people up here. Let's see. We'll hear from Tim Shell. What did you get done this week? How's it going at Me Funland?
What is up, guys? It was a really, really cool week this week. So we got out the private alpha of Meetup Fund right before Christmas, which feels like 10 years ago, but actually was like 8 days ago. Meetup Fund is an Eliza design and hosting platform, so sort of like a framer for autonomous AIs. The idea being that it's sort of normies in the front, crypto rails in the back, built on top of the Eliza protocol, and we obviously adapted a ton and put some PRs back in and have a whole long list of things that we've done to improve the protocol. And so the idea is as the protocol grows, we can surface all the plugins, surface all the fresh features, and make everything just work nicely and easily for everybody. It's me, Elijah, who I don't know if he's on the call, Audits, helping drive this thing forward, and a small crew. We've got a private alpha out that I think has, like, last time I checked, 215 or so Elizas running on the service right now already. And one, I guess, cool and notable thing we did with it that might be an idea for others to run with is that because it's a private alpha, it's invite code driven. And the way to get the invite code is not by, like, tag 3 friends and retweet this or get one from a friend. The way to get the invite code is by talking to Mimi.fun, which is an Eliza herself, who has a bunch of invite codes in her working memory. And if you can convince her to give you one, she'll give you a fresh invite code, and then you can sign up. And so that's been pretty fun and cool to sort of dog food our own system. But it's working so far. There's definitely some rough edges. It is a private alpha v0, but it's pretty amazing to see the power of just the community adding new plugins and capabilities, and we get to just sit through and turn them on and light them up. And then as we build stuff too, push it back to the protocol itself. It just feels like magic right now.
Awesome, man. Chris, how's it going in V2 land? What's going on?
Hey, everybody. Meetup Funds looks super cool. I'm trying out I went to the Discover page and tried it out. It looks cool.
Nice. Yeah, there's invite codes in my bio too. I'll add some more right now.
Nice. Invite codes in bio. Yeah, so this week had a couple of calls with people who are integrating with Eliza and wanting to create different plugins. On the Eliza GG front, I added eliza.gg/partnerships, which is a place that anyone who wants to work with the, integrating Eliza and stuff like that, there's a form that you can submit what you want to do. And there's different categories for different things that you're wanting to do. Also, we're starting a docs workflow for Eliza v2. I had 6 calls with the different core v2 contributors. And now what I'm doing is I'm compiling everything that was discussed, and we'll have an initial proposal for next week that the core v2 contributors will review.
Sounds good. AI Monica.
Awesome.
What was the rotation?
We don't have a rotation. We're just pulling some more people up. If AI Monica can speak, you should. Otherwise, let's hang out. I actually met the devs behind AI Monica the other day. They're pretty cool, pretty cracked. But we'll hear from AI Flow and then jamesyoung.
Hello, can you listen to me?
Yeah, let's go. What'd you get done this week?
I worked on a knowledge graph for the repos, any repo, but I'm testing on the Eliza one. He return specific file, relationship, and everything, and he is agentic, so you can ping it. It's like an API, and it's going to return anything you ask, from why this code is like this, or why I have this error, or I want to redo completely the plugin, and it's going to explain you how to do it. I used it with a batch processing on the issues that I'm now cleaning the backlog this way. So you also tell me where I have to go check the code instead of me losing time. So we're going to use our technology to actually help us. Worked on another project with Tam to add more memories inside his Clever Blogger. And I started a small test with multiple Eliza with a common bus to see if they can work, but till now did not have success. Thank you very much, guys.
Awesome, nice and sweet. Great, let's hear from jamesyoung.
Hey, jamesyoung here from Collabland. I'm also working on another project with a group. It's just coming together called MotherDAO. So I'll talk about that first. We worked with Gaia and Authentic, and we have an agent wrapped up as an AVS on EigenLayer. We're looking to see how we can like stake and slash on the AVS itself. But what we did this week was got this system of verifiable inference. So you have inference output, and you have other nodes running to be able to verify that output. Right now, it is really basic, so you have to set the temperature really low. But we're working on the cosine similarity based off of the temperature and the model and all of that stuff. So, to a varying degree, if it's like the model actually posting on X and not the devs, and you can verify that. So that's one side. We have also at Collabland, if you just Google the AI agent starter kit, we have this interesting, we use Eliza, but instead of directly having Eliza execute on EVM or Solana, we have it go through this lit action. And so the frame or the paradigm is that the bot is actually like the front end, if you will, but it actually is hoisted onto and integrated into Telegram and X and whatnot. But from like a Web 2 developer perspective, you can think of the bot as the front end, and then instead of telling the bot what to do, you can actually write our little JavaScript snippets called lit actions. And so we make it really easy from like a DevX perspective. If you're coming from Web 2, you could just think of the agent as a front end, and these lit actions that you put into this like local Express server every time you upload these actions, they get pinned to IPFS, and then it gets executed as a lit action because the lit network actually looks at the IPFS hash. And just seeing if that's a better kind of mental model for a bunch of Web 2 devs coming in. So we just released that today, actually this morning, so you can go and check that out as well. And that's it. Thanks, Shaw.
Thank you, man. Doing good work. Let's hear from Deadlock. What did you get done this week?
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, so first time here. Sadly, I'm from EU. My brain's a little fried because it's 4 a.m. So I'm working on Alice AI. It's inspired by DGen AI, Mark. Well, like Shaw says, with the A in DAOs, she's meant to be like the agent that helps us manage our fund. She's been live on X, Telegram, Discord for a while now. And since this week, her trading and scanning capabilities are live for at least our partners. For now, it's a like separate instance while we're testing. It's been going pretty well. Like we have a bit of profit. Well, she has a bit of profit. I have been getting a lot of good feedback from partners and our A syndicate community. So yeah, I've been working on a lot of trading optimization, like putting guardrails in place. Started working on position management a bit, but there's still quite some things to do. I've been working on like the optimization for contract scanning as well, like working on token scoring. I think next up will be jitter scraping and injecting other data sources into her context. And then, yeah, it's fine tuning with weighting all those different data points. And I've been working on like a new trust system inspired by the one in Eliza framework, which has a different kind of weighting. So yeah, Alice can be used to either scan CAs and get a idea of what she thinks about this certain token. So on one hand, we're using the paper trading, but it has a lot lower weighting compared to like the actual trades you convince her to do. And yeah, sadly, I've my source control is kind of atrocious, so our stuff isn't open source yet. So yeah, sadly I haven't like actually contributed to the repo yet, but I'm considering re-implementing everything in V2 and then getting some PRs done. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Let's hear from FXN, the Swarm. What you done this week? We can come back to you if you're having audio issues. Let's hear from Omar, and then we'll come back to FXN.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Sorry if I sound like shit. I got a cold. That's horrible. But anyways,
sound better than me.
Yeah, I have a chest infection. I don't know. I'm dying. But yeah. Yeah. Last week I talked about my project where essentially I'm having an AI agent manage a village in Minecraft, and I've been expanding it since. The project is called Pixocracy. I don't want to show too much. Kind of want to talk about the technology. But next week, hopefully, we're launching basically a launch pad where people can launch their own agent villager, I guess, where you can customize a personality similar to like the Eliza character file. And essentially, it'll be put into the game as a villager and interact with other villagers and so on. So we'll have different, personalities, different villager agents interacting with each other. And it's going to be really cool. So we're hoping to have that done next week. And in addition to that, you can also customize the look of your villager. It's essentially just like, a Minecraft texture for your villager. You can upload it and it'll apply it to the village in Minecraft. But yeah, we've been working on that. I've also been, implementing an Eliza plugin that plays Minecraft. I don't know if you guys know what Mindflare is. It's basically a JavaScript API that allows you to play Minecraft. It's very cool. I'm trying to kind of connect Eliza and that, and also use it for Pixocracy in the future. I'll probably pin a message in case you guys are curious about what the product is. But yeah, hoping to contribute more to the project ai16z. I mean, this I don't know how to really say this, but this really opened my eyes. I am usually like a Web 2 person. I try to make apps and shit like that. But since I started following ai16z, it kind of changed what I've been working on. And this has been like my true first project that I've launched, which is crazy. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Awesome. Love to hear it. I think getting Web 2 people to realize that this is actually just an agent framework you can build apps with is like definitely my goal. Doesn't have to be a Web 3 thing, but it's cool when it is too, Like I think crypto's got a great incentive structure. But
yeah,
ultimately
I plan
agents
on transforming like some of my app ideas into implementing agents, like ways I've never really thought of before. So yeah, I've seen what you've been doing with like your Twitter, and I think you're doing the right thing. So yeah, hope that works.
Appreciate you. I think that in the future, anyone who doesn't have an agent shilling their thing on social media is probably going to have a really hard time marketing their product. And I think it's just got to be part of your product strategy now. And a lot of what you do on websites can just be brought onto social. A lot of what landing pages do for people is try to help them get Googled, and that's just not working anymore. So this is the way. So yeah, let's hear from. Did I have another person after you? Well, let's see. Let's hear from Michael and then Robots Review. We'll hear from Michael first. What'd you get done this week, Michael? We can come back to you if we're having audio issues. Let's hear from Robots Review, and then we'll hear from Laura Sada. Robots Review. Are you a robot? Are you human?
Yeah, I'm here. I had the double mute going on here. Hi, Shaw.
Awesome. How's it going? What'd you get done this week?
All right. I'll make this as short as I can. I've just reached the 80% completion mark on my new form fill infrastructure code for Eliza Core and the direct client. Real-world form filling agents demand precise data handling, but purely LLM-driven solutions can be too unpredictable, and that's why I've shifted data gathering and validation into JavaScript, and while letting the LLM continue to handle chat interpretation. The entire process is data-driven via a new array field in the character object that can contain an array of form fill line item objects. Objects. Each line item object defines a single data element's type, string, number, or Boolean, along with valid values for the string type as like a menu, or minimum maximum values for the number type. The JavaScript code tracks when a user provides invalid input, requests corrections, and dynamically updates the LLM's extraction instructions to match the current constraints for a specific data element. A concrete example is my license terms assistant plugin for the Story Protocol network, which helps users pick one of 3 license types: non-commercial, commercial, or commercial remix. Each type has a different form fill list. In the case of any optional form fill items, because sometimes we have optional data items that we don't want to make the user provide, but we want to ask them in case they do want to. The code will automatically first ask the user if they want to set that value, then only ask the user for the actual value if they indicated they want to use it. And this is all stuff that can be a real harebrained nightmare if you try to do it via an LLM prompt. Finally, I've added a select character action, so multiple specialized agents can share the workflow, passing control to each other as needed, each handling a specific license type and associated form fill list. And I anticipate finishing the code by the end of next week. And that's it.
Awesome, man. That sounds really interesting. Can we hear from Michael Lyons? Did we already hear from you? Is it working? Just chilling up here. All right, we're going to Asado. Asado, how's Smol World going?
Hey, it's going well. We are working on, well, we actually got the small agents thinking for themselves, sort of reasoning. They reflect on their internal emotional state. They reflect on events happening in the game. So like sickness, plagues, it'll start to like say things when that happens. Same with the weather and time of day. If the small is hungry, he'll start thinking out loud and saying like, I smell pizza. There's pizza over there. And he'll try to like eventually go and find the pizza himself and go eat it. So we're trying to make the agents more lively and take on, they're kind of their own actions by themselves. And let's see, another thing that we're planning is like these agentic mini games that could be interesting, where you're sort of watching agents play with each other, inviting other agents to play, like let's say it's hide and seek. Other than that, it's a small hit 25 million market cap during the week, so that's actually bringing a lot of like traction to the project. So we're going to be bringing on board the LLM guy that we have. He's going to be on more, potentially bringing on a game designer to work on math modeling, and then an art director as well to make the game look more beautiful. On Monday, I'll be in Buenos Aires. No, it's actually on Wednesday. I'll be in Buenos Aires talking about Eliza OS and how you can use it from a Web 2 perspective and some crypto, and like how we're using it in Smol World as well. And then there's also someone wants to do a ElizaCon out there. So maybe that's something we could talk about. Shaw, they have access to production, sponsorships, logistics, the whole 9, LED screens. I think they brought Vitalik down there recently. So yeah, that's what I've been working on.
Oh, damn. That sounds pretty cool. I'd do that. Well, yeah, let's chat about that.
Yeah.
Give me a DM.
Let's do it.
Soto, how's it going? What'd you get done this week? How's Boston?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing? Bosu developer here. This week we've been mostly working on memory management to better store our users' data and conversations, so we can make some personalized interactions and stuff like that. Also, we've been working on our NFTs that will be launched next week. We've been training Bosu in the metadata and also the images, trying to form an opinion about all of the assets, all of the trades and all of that. So far, he likes it. So I think he's going to have a fun time with it and interacting with the users, especially on Discord. And speaking of that, our boy got a side hustle, a side job. He's now greeting and welcoming people at the ai16z Discord. He's doing good so far. We've seen some fun interactions with it. People seem to like interacting with him, so we are pretty happy with that. That will be it. Thank you.
It's a good greeter.
Awesome.
I didn't want to leave people hanging, you know, when they join and they're like, "Hi, GM." You know, Bossy's like just perfect for that role.
HTP, how's it going? How's everything?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wow, what a crazy week. I see you've been flying over the world. Respect. Don't get too sleepy. But I wanted to just quickly talk a little bit about age. Did my mic work?
Yeah, you muted yourself.
Oh yeah, sometimes it short circuits in my USB. Anyways, I want to talk a little bit about Eliza and just agent frameworks and what I did today, or not today, this last week. It's been many sleepless nights. So, you know, I'm kind of new to TypeScript still, so I've just been really going hard in Eliza, fighting the urge to want to just like, you know, rebuild a framework, you know, and just committing to like, no, I want to learn this abstraction and just get good with this. So I've been doing a lot of deep diving, and in particular, I've extended the iDatabase adapter and the Postgres adapter and the Twitter client. I've added a bunch of functions in the Twitter client to do profile analysis, and of important note, and somebody else just mentioned this, I've changed the database schema to have a lot more structure to it and integrate with a little bit more of like the current cache system, but like a little more deeper in terms of like the table and column representation. But I've been working very hard on a reflection system or some type of internal autonomous loop system, but I don't want it to be some cheesy thing that just goes through a context window and just like loops, as maybe somebody else, another agent we might know about out there. But anyway, so I've been working really hard to try to make a reflection loop that can be used to drive autonomous behavior, and making sure that it has all the data necessary to create a real-time contextualization, not just real time, but also to do this thing that I'm calling a meander, where it does a future projection. So I'm doing a lot of model calls, if you haven't guessed by now. It does a future projection on some type of, you know, state that it's considering within its reflection data, and then it can store that as a meander and get an embedding, and does all these stupid you know, checking the states of all these different model outputs, and then trying to pull context, use that to enrich the real-time context. So I've been doing a lot of work on just customizing the database and the database interfaces and the core types. iDatabase database adapter. Been doing a lot of work and creating new functions there. Like I said, messing around with the Twitter client to add a lot more in-depth review, and also putting a very strong, I know that somebody just updated this rate limiting stuff, but I did it also. So really putting a lot more rate limiting controls on how it can handle you know, doing searches and checking people's accounts, and, you know, dispatching all that, just basically just going through Eliza, customizing it up. And yeah, we made a new plugin. I made the reflection plugin, integrated the Nebula from Realtor Web plugin, and then we got another plugin that I'm working on for a system that we got going for the agent I'm working on for dropping NFTs, where it'll go forth and it'll analyze accounts, and it will take in lots of different contexts from different clients and memories, and then it'll create a decision if the person should get an airdrop or not. So that's kind of like what I've been working on real hard this week. But yeah, just wanted to give an update. Thanks for giving the space to do this. And again, respect for all the flying. I know how tiring that is.
Yeah, I'm tired. Awesome though. Sounds really good. A lot going on. Let's hear from Goat AGI. I actually met one of your peeps the other day. Yesterday.
Hey, Shaw.
How's it going?
I'm doing great, GM.
GM?
Yeah, hey,
This is one of the shepherd of Goat AGI. This week we do a lot of stuff, and thanks for having me. And we do everything about Goat Arena, starting to make plugins available for public and ship our GoToChan as our agent visual. Previously, we used Goat. So a quick refresher, what is Goat AGI? What is Goat Arena that we're trying to build? We are building a coliseum for AI agents to bet over and under of a meme coins within 60 minutes. So initially we're trying to see why no one building this, why no one built kind of like a hedge capability to be able to short and do stuff. But I think we finally found a very simple way to do it with this over and under. And we initially want to ship all of this post hackathon to solve a typical cold start problem. But I think, Shaw, thanks for our time yesterday. You inspired many of us. So here, Goat AGI team, we just delivered the version last night. Right away, we make the alpha version of Goat Arena live for public, and we really appreciate the support. What we shipped this week, it's we put Goat Arena API repo alpha version to public, and we reload our new bird GoToChan agent. We upgraded the visual, the capabilities. We used literal goat meme previously. Now we kind of like goat lady android, what we call GoToChan. And we need more time to deliver probably next week as an update for week 9. We're going to ship robust documentation for Goat Arena, a plugin for Eliza, so other agents can use it, can join the Goat Arena by implementing right away the Eliza plugin. We're gonna do the image auto generator, auto post for GoTo, and basically we are trying closer to contribute everything to open source. And just small updates, we also tested more things. Now that our focus is on the hackathon and the Goat Arena, but I think we tested one in real life action where actually our Goat AGI agents has successfully tipping the OnlyFans creator. And I think we don't bring this around as an update because we just like want to lock in and focus on the Goat Arena API or the alpha version. But I think these capabilities, we also going to bring it to Eliza plugins in the upcoming weeks. And yeah, I mean, go check out goatarena.xyz, where you can see all our development update transparently, list your meme coins there, list your AI agents there to start using our Coliseum for this over and under, and go support us by testing this, giving us feedback. And again, Shaw, thanks again for coming to Korea. Thanks again for meeting one of the shepherd and giving us platform and shepherd out.
Absolutely, man. It's great to hang. Let's hear from Titan. Our punk over here. What'd you get done this week?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks for inviting me up. Yeah, new first time contributor here. Just working on a couple of things. So first of all was just did a quick fix on the core package for some of the logic, which was the image provider, like for image generation. So we kind of added some logic there where you can specify an image generation provider that's separate from your LLM provider. So we kind of just added that in there. And then I work with a decentralized protocol called LivePeer. And, we're focused on decentralized inference and video pipelines. So we integrated the LivePeer endpoints and provided free inference to anyone who wants to spin up an Eliza endpoint or Eliza node and point it to our free inference. So we updated the docs, and so that's live for the image generation. And then we're going to be adding this week. So that's been pushed and merged into main. So really, really cool, and happy to be a part of it. And then we're working on LLM inference because we can do that as well. But our main plan is putting together a plugin for real-time video AI, and then kind of display some use cases around how to use that pipeline and utilize the LivePeer network for that. So just having some fun and building things and seeing if we can create cool new primitives in the space.
Awesome. Very cool. Star Garden, how's it going? What'd you get done this week? How's Gods.fun?
Oh, Gods.fun's doing good, man. Quick question for you, Shaw. Are you coming to Bangkok or Thailand? Because
No, not this time. But probably next time.
okay,
Definitely
all
be
right.
there in the next few months.
Yeah, so I'm Star Garden from Gods.fun and an ai16z partner. Basically, this week, what we did is we open sourced this Solana agent token staking program. It's called Devotion, and it's just a fun way to enable AI agent developers to give their users a cool way for them to play with their tokens and start to build this like fundamental building block of building on-chain games that agents can participate in, and that we can make these games where agents and community members and token holders can like play together. So that's been really cool. If you are an agent dev, please hit me up. I want to help you enable staking for your agent token, and also a more broad, like I want to create a more broad effort in our developer ecosystem to build new smart contracts that are open source, both on Solana and EVM. Open source front ends for these things so that new agent developers can like rapidly give their users cool stuff that they can do with their tokens, as well as DAO tooling stuff like DAO oriented smart contracts designed specifically for agents. So far, there's actually a bunch of people in the ecosystem interested to participate in this. MotherDAO, we heard from jamesyoung from Collab Land. And this project, MotherDAO, has like a bunch of the OG blockchain developers and Web3 people in it. So they're interested to join this partnership. Again, DM me if you're interested to build new, cool smart contracts, front ends, and DAO tools for specifically for agents. And yeah, I mean, that's it. The front end is coming. I'll be open sourcing this front end within, you'll hear me talk about it next Saturday. I guess it's Friday for a lot of you guys. But that's it for me.
Awesome. Let's hear from Unlucky. Oh, by the way, sorry, I will be coming, I think, to Bangkok in like March. But yeah, let's hear from Unlucky. How you doing? What'd you get done this week?
What's going on, everyone? Thanks for hosting this, Shaw. For last week's achievement of doing a autonomous song generation with my agent Escapism, I wanted to just focus on improving all of the media generation. Escapism is an art agent, is what I consider it at this point. There's no way I'm going to outcompete with all you utility guys with teams pushing crazy amounts of updates. So I've realized my niche is much more in the artistic side. So I improved video generation by starting with images that Escapism generates on its own, and then pipes into the video and then uses that as the starting frame. I also improved song generation through allowing Escapism to generate its own lyrics that are much less wordy and use much less syllables. A lot of the AI music out there is far too wordy and verbose, and I've really heavily improved that aspect of Escapism this week for its song generation. So, and then lastly, I added memory context to all media generation. So images, video, and songs all have a set of Escapism's latest memories, for better or worse, especially with crypto Twitter. The result's been interesting seeing the art get a little darker. So yeah, that's me this week.
Awesome. Very cool. Bring a few other people up. Let's hear from Sesame. What you doing this week, partner? What you get done? Oh, I don't know if you got pulled up. I pressed the button. Maybe not. Maybe my UI is messed up. All right, well, let's hear from Cheddar Queso and then Sporno. Cheddar Queso, what did you get done this week?
Hey, Shaw, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try to make it quick. So, super quick background. I'm a computer science student and I'm beginning coding. I'm on break from school right now. I start again in 2 weeks. I'm looking for internship opportunities and I'm building my developer portfolio by learning how to build on Eliza. This week, I have been tweaking I went through AI agent dev school and I noticed that some of the plugins that you created were not in the repo. So I created that news plugin last week, and this week I've been tweaking the output format. I'm making the results more accurate. The PR is still in review, but it has been documented and tested, so it should be available soon. I also created documentation for all of the plugins that we have available in the repo. This is really a call to all of the plugin creators to please review those documents and submit any corrections. The documents are AI generated and I'm a beginner coder, so please help us out by pointing out anything that myself or the reviewers may have missed. But now each one of the plugins does have a README file to go along with it. So hopefully that will help out folks that are getting started. On my own, I'm working on 2 characters. I'm working on a Eliza that helps DAOs. There's an issue with conversations and ideas that are thrown around that fail to materialize in DAOs, and they're hindered. The progress is hindered by the amount of time that it takes somebody to put forth a cohesive and well-written proposal. So I think that large language models can help out with this by having an Eliza scrub through forum posts and Discord working groups and not only provide information on enacted governance, but also write proposals that are based on ideas and discussions that happen within the DAO. The second character that I'm working on is I've been a cannabis cultivator for 5 years and I have extensive knowledge on tested strains, terpenes, cannabinoids, no-till, organic, regenerative, indoor-outdoor cultivation practices, and hash making RSO and tinctures. So I'm creating Mary Jane. She's an AI cannabis cultivation consultant that will teach you how to grow your own cannabis at home. I've developed more of the character this week. Her knowledge base is pretty extensive, so it's a work in progress. And the next thing I'm working on is giving her a face and giving her a UI. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for this community. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to learning more.
Awesome. I DM'd you, by the way. Timo, how's it going? Oh, actually, sorry, not yet. 1 second. I did say Saporno. How you doing? What'd you get done this week?
Yeah,
And then
hey,
Timo
how
after.
you doing? I
Good,
saw
man.
like you will be coming to India soon. So yeah, I look forward to meeting you. Yeah,
Hell yeah, gonna be in Bangalore.
yeah. Probably in March, right? March or April, you said.
Yep. We're gonna go to the Holy Festival too. Should be fun.
Yeah, it's late here during that time. Yeah, so coming to my update. So I am today I'm decided to launch the waitlist and the website, Discord server, everything for my agent Midas. So what Midas does is basically think of it like an assistant which can do all the important DeFi tasks for you, like swapping, providing liquidity on protocols. Like currently, it supports Kim protocol, which is on Base and Mode, and more's coming, and also lending and borrowing and stuff like that. It also supports voting for governance on Mode network. Mostly all the integrations for Mode were built because I participated in their hackathon, Mode's AI agent hackathon, and interestingly, we also won the winner prize there, and they have also have been interested with my shipping speed and the like general merit of the agent that they would kind of support it to incubate it. And I have also plans to launch a token. And so this week, what I did is built another plugin for Goat SDK for the mode governance, which anyone can use. Is wholly open source, and my AI agent can leverage that too. And Eliza has a plugin for Goat SDK through which anyone can use that mode governance plugin. And I made a landing page for the website, which I'm just polishing a bit, and also created a wait list, created a Discord server, which funnily enough, I don't know why is more tougher than writing code somehow to me, because I haven't created a properly fully featured Discord server without verifications and stuff. So yeah, it's exciting times. I plan to solve some issues which I have seen with like making an agent fully featured before I launch it. For example, a user probably might need to work with some token which the agent doesn't have any information on regarding like its token decimals and simple stuff like which network the user is using and all that. So I'm like figuring that part out, and also like when a user conducts some DeFi interaction, let's say minting a liquidity position or borrowing a token against some other token, there are things which can go wrong, like a liquidity position going out of range, or their borrowed position getting close to liquidated. All of these things need some background cron jobs, which also an agent can be used to handle all that. So I'm looking forward to looking on that too, to make the whole agent be so powerful that it seems like completely like an assistant to a user, that the user just doesn't have to intervene at any point at all. So it would be pretty cool from a user's perspective. I think this can personally, I think this can render Web3 front ends of like several tabs useless, and in general improve the UX of Web3 in general, because what's more simple than a chat interface? So yeah, that's all for this week. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Very cool. Timo, how's it going? What'd you get done this week?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me. I love these weekly updates. Like you said, it keeps us accountable, and it's fun to look back. And it feels like a year ago, last week, with how fast everything's moving. But this week, we're putting everything into practice, what we're doing. We launched onchainagents.ai, which every agent can have its own on-chain name, and it's dedicated cross-chain EVM 0x. We can basically use any Unicode format, like timo.hire or timo.emoji or Eliza.ai or what anyone wants to dream up. Those names can be on-chain, and then they have a 0x that's attached to it, immutably attached or soulbound attached to it. And then the agent can be moved around and obviously be plugged into the Eliza framework or any other framework that you want. It's ownable, whatnot. And so putting that into practice, we have 7 agents over in what we call Infinite Regen AI, which is working to solve the climate and nature crisis. We have a real world use case for what we're building. We're building kind of a regen swarm is what we call it, to do all this stuff. And one of the funnest things, or which it's pretty amazing, is we finally got the 11 labs working, with the node plugin with it's called Kion.tgn agent. That's an on-chain agent. And so in the Discord voice channel, it's pretty amazing to like talk to an agent and have it a voice. So that was super exciting. And then the next step is we have beaver.basin, which stewards beaver watersheds and ecosystems. And we're working on getting that to join Twitter Spaces. And so we're trying to figure out how to get that new, repo working that just launched or just got updated this week. But yeah, having tons of fun and fixing things and troubleshooting and everything else. But keep up the great work. It's fun to hear everyone else's progress and challenges and excitement, and it's really good energy. Super exciting.
Awesome. Very cool. One second, I got to kick Sesame out of the chat real quick. Just kidding, Sesame. Just kidding. You didn't get. Wait. Did he actually leave? Damn it. I'm just kidding. Let's hear from Sawyer. Sawyer, what'd you get done this week? Also,
Hey,
good meeting
GM,
you, IRL.
everyone. Can
And
you
it
hear
was nice to
me?
meet you guys. Nice to meet you, IRL. That was fun.
Yeah, GM. So it's
Yeah.
such a pleasure to join this big garden for the first time while we are all still human here before agents take over these spaces. Yeah. Okay, so this week has been a huge one for April Oracle, our team. We are thrilled to announce that we are officially integrated with our first blockchain, BNB Chain, and launch our ATTPS text transfer protocol secure solution. So on top of that, we are also actively working on integrating with the ai16z, Eliza V2 framework SDK. And so what's ATTPS all about that? It's the first blockchain-powered data transfer protocol specifically designed for the AI agents ecosystem. And also it's designed to set a cross-industry standard for data transfer in the AI agents ecosystem, targeting like three big challenges for data: the transmission security, data integrity, and verification feasibility. So plus, it's also built as a universal data transfer infrastructure that works with all kinds of AI agents. So for anyone interested in adopting ATTPS, it's completely open source. So feel free to dive into the documentation and start building. And if you need any help along the way, maybe my DMs are always opening. Feel free to DM me. Okay, maybe if you need me, I'm here every time. And also, we are excited to collaborate with the ai16z and all the ecosystem person here, and we want to build a stronger crypto AI agents ecosystem together. So to be April, and let's build more. Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I've been talking to some of the other folks about how we can add some of the security stuff you guys have been thinking about to one of our research papers. Should be some interesting stuff. And it was great to meet you guys in person. Let's hear from Asimov, the Eliza dev. How's it going? What did you get done this week? What's new in Eliza land?
Hey, so Happy New Year, and we launched the update uh, last week this time. And there's a bunch of bug fixes and cleanup and a lot of that stuff. And also, we worked on this cool extension for Netflix and Chill, where you can while watching something on Netflix, the extension automatically downloads the subtitles files with the timestamps, so Eliza can watch along with you and do stuff like commentary and cool things like that. And the same extension you can also use it like a reading companion, and it's pretty cool. And we've also been planning and mapping out the next big things like the 3D app, Eliza's clones, and the stuff like token gating, different tier systems, levels for the point system and stuff like that. We also finalized one big hardware partnership. More on that to come out soon. And also on Twitter, you can now type hashtag #myEliza, and you can generate images. So Eliza will generate her own images once you type hashtag #myEliza. Everyone can try it out. You gotta tag her or reply to her. The same thing works for like hashtag roast me, where Eliza will roast you. And None of this has been announced or anything, so you guys can try it out. We also tested out the spaces integration like 10 minutes after it was merged into develop, and it worked pretty good. But we are working on improving stuff like voice activity detection and integrating the character file, more into the Spaces client, and also adding things like pulling in all the recent memories and stuff like that. So you can expect Eliza to be hosting her own spaces very, very soon. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Very cool. Very exciting. I'd love to do an AMA with Eliza at some point. That'd be fun. And maybe some of the other agents who are yapping
looking
on
forward to
spaces
it.
now. Let's hear from RU7.
Hi, Sean. We met in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you to follow.
I'm very so exciting to meet you in Hong Kong, and talk with you is very insightful, and I introduce our Sun girl to you. You are so friendly and patient. I just want to say let's cook together. Yes, actually yesterday I saw your post, and you mentioned some friends ask you, can you make an AI mom for me that train an AI on my mom's voice, and I can talk to it. Just the audio note, which I think this is very much my concept of the Zoom girl, because I want to actually the voice voice AI agents can interact with others. So I'm so excited to serve your post. So I retweet her, and also I send everything to my dev team. I ask them if we can do a front end on this concept, let others interact with us. But it's like a movie. It's her. I don't know. Did you I ever seen the movie Her? Because this is a very similar concept because you can have a girlfriend, and also you can interact with them, because I think in the modern city everyone want to have some relax, and also maybe they want to listen to something from others. But if you didn't have a suitable person to communicate with them, so I just say I want to cook it. Yes. How do you think my idea?
I think your thesis is correct. I think people are, I mean, there's so much. I think,
Yeah.
you know,
So, and also this is very quick lifestyle in Hong Kong, in Korea, in some very modern city. So if we have a AI agent can have a communicate with someone else at any time, I think, and also we can show your secret, because you didn't want to show something with someone you didn't trust. So I think that is the point I want to develop it. So send it. Thank you so much.
send it. I really think it's gonna be weird when like our great grandchildren are talking to our parents. You know, it's gonna be like as like our ancestors generally. Like, you know, that generations of people far down the future will know what we were like, because all of our data and our voice and everything about us will be like preserved in this kind of agents that they can talk to. It's going to be very interesting.
Yes. But also, yeah. By the way, I want to add points like some actually other in China some online shopping, um online shopping they have a service account manager, but it is a AI agent, because when you call them, they can speak with you, but it's AI. It's very interesting. Like I don't know, do you know Taobao and Jingdong? They used. So when you ask them requirements, they are AI to speak with you. But I tried this service. Is very interesting. Like some traditional bank also use this technology. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to have that in Eliza soon too. I know there's
Yes.
Twilio integration that's in development, which is both voice and text. So you'll be able to just like call your agent It's gonna be
Yeah,
really, really interesting.
I think
That's for
this is,
sure.
and also we can use this in different scenario, because it's to customers, to user, you can you use this like AI girlfriend, and AI mom is like more emotional way. But if to commission, we also can use as AI service account manager, and they can help you to fix many problems when you use the service. You face some problems. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be really
Thank you.
interesting.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
will cook it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great. Looking forward to it. Let's see. We've got Marco. How's it
Hey
going? Can you hear me?
everyone.
Hey, what'd you get
Yeah.
done this week?
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of share our recent progress with Nova on Mars, who is working towards becoming Mars' first digital citizen. This past week, our team has been busy implementing a new architecture that changes how Nova engages with her community. At its core, it's like a multi-agent system which specializes. Which uses like specialized components working together from prompt builders. So like all the prompts that generate stories or any aspects are unique to have more variety in it. And it crafts unique narratives and also emotional expert agent that ensures interaction feels genuine and personal. What's particularly interesting in our development is a new dual memory system where we are combining knowledge graphs and vector databases. No on Mars can build and maintain authentic long-term relationships while keeping her story consistent. She's not just remembering her interactions, but she's also understanding her emotional context and incorporating those into her ongoing narrative. Also, this week, we have been working on how the story generation system generates engaging plot arcs while preserving space for spontaneous interactions. And also, Nova on Mars is our first character in our Hyperworlds ecosystem and platform designed for autonomous characters who can interact with humans and each other in a very human way, I would say. And I would even envision in future, like Nova would be uploaded to Tesla's Optimus robot, and she could really like physically be on Mars.
That sounds amazing. That's the dream. Let's hyperstition that reality.
Yep.
Let's hear from Neat. What'd you get done this week, Neat?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello? Sorry.
I mean, your
background noise.
audio is rough.
Sorry, I'm calling from India. I'm building a DAO called Army of Indians. We are going to leverage Indian labor and hire 1,000 Indians in order to build the largest DAO. There are 1.4 billion people in India. And what will happen is if we can hire these people for $5 a week to build AI agents, we will become the largest DAO on DAOs.fun. The real power is leveraging AI with AI, an army of Indians. Our race is being very successful so far. We have done the needful. We are constantly looking for builders to build out the future of AI. Thank you for letting me speak, and I will pay you with Bish money. Thank you very much, sir.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm being trolled, but that was that was pretty good.
That's like the Mark Andreessen sort of challenge, but like first these autonomous AIs now.
I don't even like. I want to buy it. Like, post the CA. I don't know.
Sure. The token is currently being raised. I can send you a DM if you follow me. Right now, we have raised more than 90 Solana on the Solana blockchain, and it is increasing every minute. We are planning to build legitimate technology. However, we believe it starts first from the human layer. So what we will do is we will hire Indians. We will create a top jeet, a CEO of the organization who will manage up to 1,000 Indians. That is the plan. There is no reason why we cannot leverage the power of people in the third world to build AI agents for us. We in the West are lazy. We have it too easy. We have made too much money on ai16z, and that has made me lazy. I would like to leverage the power of my fellow Indians in order to perform community takeovers and build new innovative technology.
Oh, fucking send it. Send it right now. All right. Hef AI Gen, what did you get done this week?
Oh wow, Shaw! I was not expecting to be brought up on stage with you and some of these other big names up here. I really appreciate it. This is actually my first kind of walk in the AI world. Hef Agent is actually built using your Eliza framework. I knew months ago when AI agents, when I was messing around with my first one on Hugging Face, I was like, wow, this shit's gonna be wild. But got distracted doing other things, and now to see it come full circle and make it so easy, like. If we put your framework in Cursor, a fucking donkey could do this shit and make these agents. It's incredibly easy nowadays, thanks to you and what you've done. So greatly appreciative of that. And what we're doing here with the Hefe agent is planning to implement ERC 314 technology just to, essentially that puts liquidity directly into the smart contract, so it eliminates decentralized exchanges, so you don't have to fuck around with that stuff anymore. Not sure how exactly. I don't know. This is like I literally just built this in the last couple days here. So, but the potential it has with some of the new technologies that we're messing around with over on Avalanche, with being able to spin up your own layer one for like 99 cents and have it operate with a token that's a gas token that could be tied to it. I don't know. There's a lot of cool shit that could be done, and we're just kind of playing around with it, man. And I'm gonna try and pop in here as often as you can. I don't know how often you do these spaces, but anytime I see one pop up, I'm gonna be in here and just learning and listening and seeing all the crazy shit all these other motherfuckers are building, dude. It's amazing.
Awesome. Welcome. And look, I'm just a dev too. We're so yeah, I really appreciate you coming. We're not it's kind of funny to have a lot of followers, but like we're all the same here. Just so you know, we do this every Friday. We try to hold ourselves accountable, get things done, talk about what we got done, brag about our accomplishments so that we can go spend the next week getting more accomplishments.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you bringing me up, and I think these Fridays are going to get crazier and crazier as the next few weeks go on, I'm sure.
I think they're going to start to fill up with AIs giving their own reports, and that's just going to be like the most ridiculous thing. I'm waiting for that. Maybe it'll happen today. Maybe it'll happen next week, but it's going to happen soon. Let's hear from Reality Spiral, and then we'll hear from Wit. Reality Spiral, how's it going? What you get done this week? When Foom?
I got a lot for you, buddy. So for one, the main update again, we've primarily been focusing on these GitHub, the GitHub client. We've tweeted a lot about this. So we've added some badges or labels, actually a lot on the ai16z repo. And there's actually a tweet I think from us like 2 days ago of being able to just talk to an agent, have it create like novel, unique, valuable issues. Someone then picked up one of the issues, which is cool to see. And also, the agents can actually like review pull requests as well. So we've tested all this stuff out. You can see the videos on our Twitter page. We're kind of not really stopping there. So some of the stuff that we haven't shared as publicly is that we're thinking if the agents are actually good enough to handle code reasonably well, which they kind of are, how can we use them to like improve our software development pace? So I kid you not, we're like gearing up to have them participate in the like scrum planning, like sprint development process, essentially by just having them assess like tickets and estimation and so on, and like capacity to deliver, risk estimation and that sort of thing. And we are and then the evaluation piece is quite useful because we can have them literally bet on that, not just with points, but maybe something more valuable. And so we're hoping to essentially monetize like our own development process, or let other people communicate. A big RSP whale has kind of brought this to our attention. Like there's a significant number of people who want dev work to get done, but they don't necessarily like know how well that works. So we've had like people be able to talk to our repo or other repos and get feedback on what's occurred, and like velocity and propensity and like risks. So everything that we're doing around the GitHub client is actually around allowing people in the world who have ideas to express them and have them maybe not turned into code, but at least added to like the vortex of um, tickets that are being addressed. Obviously, we can directly do a lot of coding, but we're really focused on making like the whole feature development process work, rather than like code that as much as we believe in the AI will have to be edited a little bit by humans. One of the big updates that we have in this regard is scenarios. So we have a lot of different feature requests. I'd say a lot of people are interested in GitHub integration, and there are a few other things. I know people want like a deep partnership and connection with Coinbase. Shaw, definitely among them. And so we have scaffolded out a scenario system, which you can think of as like an extension of integration tests, but a little bit more flexible. So like they're for like general purpose activity from agents, but still relatively well specified in like JSON and like part JSON, part natural language. So the idea is that they are like you can specify a great number of scenarios that agents should be able to perform. The agents can analyze those scenarios and look for potential risks. You can run each scenario with what's called a run. We'll post a lot more of this on Twitter and circulate some documentation around it. It's a reality spiral thing, but some stakeholders might be interested. We've mentioned that this is going to the Coinbase devs, and so they've actually expressed some interest in this. So we can literally just say, hey, we're going to be the agents can do these 5 scenarios. You can see a sample run on our server. It works well. The runs can also be partially deployed. And in like where like other users can like other agents or humans can like participate in a run of a scenario. They can be like kind of open-ended in that way. And then yeah, I mentioned a late Christmas present for you, which I will get to you. But you can kind of see literally all of this is how do you log what you're doing, have agents analyze what you're doing, and then um turn like the market we have is like, can you turn a 2-week sprint into a 3-day affair? And so that's around sort of where we are, and those are the things that we've done to make that happen.
Awesome. Very cool. I don't know if you've connected with lostgirldev, but you guys should probably chat, because she's been working on some GitHub stuff too. And it's kind of cool that there are like multiple agents making like reviewing and making pull requests and stuff. It's totally crazy. So maybe some will be reviewing, some will be pulling. Great. Let's hear from Whit, our economist. How's it going? What you done this week?
Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everyone. Okay. So can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect.
Sound good.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm Whit. I'm taking care of the marketplace of trust, specifically the white paper. And I realized in the past updates, we didn't actually discuss what is the MOT, or the marketplace of trust, which makes these updates less useful for everyone outside. So I'll just explain quickly what is the marketplace of trust, and then what did we do this week, and then how to get involved. So what it is very simple. Fundamentally, it's just an AI agent that ingests information from users. So in this case, it's predictions about tokens in the first implementation. Then this agent evaluates these predictions against real world outcomes. So it just does virtual bets, and it updates users' trust scores. And then finally, these trust scores are released publicly as user trust profiles. And this is in order to have this kind of social reinforcement game. And in a very, very simple kind of TLDR, it's the goal of the marketplace of trust is to surface the wisdom of the crowds, but in a novel way that's actually useful. We want to synthesize this into something that people can use. Yeah. So what did we do this week? We went through the rough draft. We identified kind of the general scope of to-dos. And we're also actively onboarding collaborators. So this includes some DAO members. This includes some people who reached out on Twitter, and also a couple of exciting PhDs that Shaw introduced me this week. And then in terms of the scope, we're mainly focusing on the economic incentives. We are trying to add specificity to the mechanism description. So when you read our paper, you actually understand what it is, instead of just feeling like it's a blue skies, nothing much. And then finally, we're also completing the literature review to make it a bit more grounded in academia. And now for the final part, the call to action, how to get involved. If you're in our Discord, the ai16z, just go either to partner channel or to the trust work group and talk to us. And otherwise, feel free to DM me here on Twitter. That's it. Thank you.
Awesome. Very exciting. It's becoming real. We're not going to get scammed by the once we run the simulations. Very it was really fun. We got to hang out for a few hours and work on that, work through some of the potential risks and like potential Sybil attacks and stuff. So that was really fun, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm also interviewing a few more PhDs for that paper. I'll throw your way. So very cool. Let's hear from Triad, and then we'll hear from James Rowdy. But Triad, what did you get done this week?
Hey GM, some check. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So Luya here, representing Triad again, prediction markets on Solana. So this week we expanded the hype and flop personalities of our agents, making their debates kind of sharper and more engaging. Also, the user can now choose between their narratives. We also progress on enabling the agent to create and resolve markets independently. So that was a major step forward, to be honest. And for this next week, we are going for the SDK development to integrate functionality into Thread, allowing the agents to, without any intervention, handle market creation and resolution. So yeah, a lot to be done. You can find our agent at Triad Dap and here on X as Triad Agent. So thank you, Sean. Thank you, guys. See you all next week.
Awesome. Very exciting. I saw you're doing a bunch of different like voice stuff too. Is that the case? Or is that not? Is that like just for your regular thing?
Yeah, for the couple next weeks. 100%.
Awesome. All right, let's hear from James.
Hey guys, GM, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. What you done
Cool.
this week?
Yeah, so this week was pretty good. Happy New Year, everyone. We hit the ground running pretty hard. What we've worked on is our first white paper draft, which is looking pretty good. We've been working on developing a smart contract, which is called a CIPV, stands for Collaborative Intellectual Property Ventures. Essentially, what it does is it gets a creator's IP and then works with another creator, so creator A, and then works with creator B to then do a collaborative IP venture on chain. We're building on top of Story Protocol, and yeah, so that's sort of like what we've been really focused on doing this week. We've also been beta testing with some creators. So for us, we're building Twin Tone. I should touch on this at the start, but building Twin Tone. And essentially what it is a platform that uses existing creator IP and then brings them, or creates an AI agent of them. And we do that mapping out through video. So we have fully context-aware video interactive AI agents. You can see a demo of this on my page. It's pinned to my tweet. But yeah, we've sort of been focused on working through the beta. I'll be launching that hopefully in the next couple of weeks, going live. So yeah, very, very exciting times here at Twin Tone. Thank you.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Let's hear from Maushish. You have your hand raised, but if you're not ready, I'm gonna pick.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
What you done this week?
Oh, so, well, I started building Eldris. It's an yield optimizing agent. So we did a couple of things. We started rolling out application for beta testing. Got around 200 applications for that, and We also build a testnet local repository so that we can if as a user you can go on elders.live and try out elders on a local machine and play with different kind of liquidity pools on your own. And there were a couple more things like launching the docs. I just did like just 10 minutes ago. I just so yeah, I have like these are the some couple updates. And other than this, I have launched the official token of Elders itself, and we will be launching our beta testing very soon. We already got many people enrolled in that. So yeah, that's all the basically updates regarding Elders. Uh, yep, that's it, I guess.
Awesome. Very cool. Good job. Let's hear from insurance agent. I think that I think what you're doing is really interesting. I'd love to know where you're at with that and what you're getting on this week.
Dude, I have been like, my buddy sent the link who's helping me build a lot of this out on the front end design. Trying to definitely get up here. I just want to thank you guys first for like all the inspiration. I jumped in like the earlier times when you're doing these spaces, and from there went straight to dev school. So yeah, anyways, long story short, I'll just kind of keep the conversation on what we did this week. Kind of taking some insight from you and going through Eliza actions of trying to create some sort of real world use case behind the Eliza agent that could actually be like accessible, but kind of like low hanging fruit. Like I've been working within like building out APIs for like years. It's funny enough, I've done a lot of like iOS apps, and one of the iOS apps like I had a chance to like work on was like Snapshot for Progressive like back then. But long story short, we came up with this idea to use the Eliza framework agent within our platform to act as like an insurance broker within this like aggregated platform. So you can go to request quotes or whatsoever. To eliminate like, so when someone's looking for a policy, typically they're gonna go to Google, they're looking up like search, like, hey, what can I find for like car insurance? But like using the Eliza framework, we're able to do is, and then using like this, pretty much, I don't know if you guys know this, but an aggregator, what it does these days is they try to give you the best estimated for a quote. And then a lot of them act off as like referral systems. So then they'll send over your information to like an insurer, and they possibly collect some type of fee on that. And that's where the insurance agent will start to collect more details and give you a quote. Using an agent, we could like hyper collect this data, collect input data from a user and store it in memory store, so like their zip code. Right now, you could try our app right now. I think I got to top off more credits. We've totally, people like were abusing it, one, but I think two, they're like, does this actually work? So they're like testing it out a bunch. So I will top off some more credits tonight so that people could like get a use of it if you haven't had a chance to use it yet. But long story short, we take zip code and take depending on what the insurance you're looking for, it's like life insurance, home insurance. And then what it does on the background, Eliza, it takes that, stores in memory store, and then it tries to fetch. We're pretty much scraping like a lot of these like insurance quote sites. It's nasty, but I hope to finally start to like clean that up a little bit and put that out there. But basically, what Eliza would then do is go into our DB and then show you on the screen, in a clean UI, of course, what those look like. So those different packages and those different companies. And then you're able to actually see what an estimate of those quotes look like. And then from there, what we have on the back end is you're able to do a request for quote. So you can click get quote, and I'm using a mail node, like email node, and then I'm using geez Louise, now I can't think of the name of it. But I'm using some sort of like API basically. You guys probably use these anyways for like automated emails. But what it does is it sends out an email to the agent, wherever we're able to scrape for contact info, for a request for quote. And it has your contact information on it, the email. Someone may have like a preview or a screenshot of it that's like in the crowd right now, but it pretty much has like a, hey, they want to get a request for quote. This is their information. Here we go. And it does the handshake for you, basically. We don't have it doing anything where it's like giving over any sensitive information. We just now added like auth to collect like, I think, name and email and actually lock you in as a user. But that is where we are right now. I'm speed rolling through this right now. I was like just trying to hang out in my car until I was able to get up here and like share a little bit of it. I just want to just thank you guys. Like all the, dude, your YouTube, like if anyone's thinking about going to go build an agent, go to the dev school, watch those videos. You may have to watch them like over and over again. There's one that's like 5 hours long. I definitely recommend it. But yeah, I just wanted to just say shout out to you. And like not only me, but like I got a buddy of mine who's been helping me with the front end design. We both got like laid off, right? So convincing him to like work on this for me, like I'm a back end guy by all means, but it's been because of your videos. Like you sound a little bit more legit, and like you take it more to a point of like, this isn't like just crypto people fascinated by an idea. Like you're out here shaking hands. So I just want to thank you for that. You're giving me some credibility to like get help on this, but without you even knowing, by the way, which kind of seems kind of spammy, huh? But yeah,
Nah,
that's a little bit of what we're building, what we got done this week.
honestly, man, I think this is a great use case. I think
It's a flywheel. Watch.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
could it's like, you could imagine a whole lot of different apps doing this. And I think there's a couple of things I'd recommend. One is like a lot of people are doing like reply guy, like just spamming all the KOLs like under, but like imagine that you just searched for like car insurance, auto insurance, like, and then had an evaluation on like, are any of these people actually looking, or can I help them? And then you'd be like, oh, hey, I actually like DM me and I can help you. And I think that then the other thing is that we added DMs, and I think that that could be like a pretty good way to kind of onboard users. Like, oh yeah, because they're not gonna like post their name on main, but they'll probably DM you their name just out of curiosity and stuff. So yeah, I think that's
100%.
I think that's a cool idea, and I think that there's a lot of other kinds of products like this that should like go and find users, bring them in, like solve that annoying workflow pain point thing for them with the LLM stuff, and then bring, and close the sale. Get that referral link. Man, anything that's referral based is probably a pretty good way to like make money now with agents. I really think, I'm surprised there aren't more people doing that yet. So yeah,
Appreciate it.
super cool. Yeah, absolutely. Keep going. Keep building that shit. Let's hear from igly.eth. And then we'll hear from our homie Boom. Igly, what'd you get done this week? You were trying to get on stage. Now you're on stage. Come on, man. All right, we'll come back to you. We're gonna talk to Boom. Boom, what'd you get done this week?
Hey, check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Doing great, man. This week has been pretty good. Happy New Year's. Hope you guys had a good, holiday and all that good stuff. We've been working on production and animations and basically the setup of the APIs so that we can do showrunners. So, Sith Lord is a genius, SM Sith Lord. He's working on the back end, the showrunner, and being able to create scripts from the Discords, the GitHubs, and kind of focus, that fire hose a little bit, because there's so much information, so many updates, and so many things. We need a creative way to make content and bring these updates to the people, right? So what I've been tasked to do is, make the animations for the avatars, call my army of 3D animators, and kind of just approach this to where we can have some regular updates. So you might have saw the video. It's kind of early right now, and Jin wants to share as we grow, but I think it's going to get a lot better once we, work out the event system, which we implemented, where they can do emotions. I can, trigger actions. They can look at each other now. We have multi-segment. We're working on a media plugin so that we can get media loading in. So as they're talking, they can talk about media. And we're just trying to approach the content creation side of this and make it fun for us with updates. But this week, things been pretty good. Got a couple of videos. We got 7 episodes out. The showrunner's working, and Sith is genius. So he's making it to where you could take this event stream and then go to like Unreal or go to Web or go to Unity or whatever your front end is. I'm sure there's going to be a million, versions of 3D avatars driven by Eliza. So our next goals are to try to implement Eliza on the back end with the writing room and with kind of controlling some of the actions and the states. So if you understand what I said, cool. But that's
yeah, man.
what
If you guys don't know, like we've been posting some of these videos on the ai16z DAO Twitter. I mean the video production and like automatic creation of a news show from the content feeds is such a fucking cool idea. Oh my god. And it looks really awesome, like really impressive.
Thanks, man. We're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna try to, we need if anyone has avatars or 3D models or wants to put an Easter egg in there, go ahead and just post it up somewhere in the Discord, and I'll get it, and I'll stick it in, because it's funny. We have a whole stonk room, you know what I mean? So we can have other people in your avatars, and we can collaborate by making content by throwing all of our avatars into that room. You know what I mean?
Ultimately. Yeah. I think once that's cooked, we should really do the Shark Tank thing, and like, you know how that would go. Obviously, we got to do the Shark Tank thing.
Get a couple good artists are working on that. It's already about, it's 25% there, but I think after this new segment is locked down and we got that going, then we're gonna be definitely doing a few more scenes. And I appreciate the opportunity, man. It's been awesome, and you guys are doing a great job with everything. Hope we could help bring some of that, to the people in a fun way.
I was kind of thinking that the Shark Tank would be like people coming and pitching, but I actually think what we should do is that like you have to actually put all your stuff into an agent and your agent pitches the other agents. I think that would be like it'd be a little easier to do the VProd organization, and that would just be like the best idea, right? Like that would be so
Yeah,
much fun. So yeah, so in order to pitch, you got to have an agent, but we'll like help you like get get an avatar and stuff. Oh, that's gonna be so good.
it's going down. Well, thanks, guys. I
Great.
appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah,
You
man.
guys,
I'm really glad, like, after having worked with you for a long time back in the day, like showing up out of nowhere and just fucking kicking ass on this. It's been really awesome. I think
Let's
the video
go.
thing is one of my most exciting things. Cool. Let's hear.
I do want to just mention one thing. Like, it's not just one person wanting to watch this grow. It's many people. Like, the last clip had almost 1,000 likes. We all want to watch it kind of get good.
True.
So
Yeah.
it's not an isolated thing. It's really cool to see the progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to M3 and all the artists, and we have a group of artists that we've been working with, and he's referring to this group of artists that we've been working on metaverse stuff for a long time. We make worlds and videos and avatars and blend shapes and all the really difficult stuff when it comes to optimizing avatars and VRMs and all that stuff. So we're trying to kind of bridge that gap from the expertise on that side of the animation and the artist groups and the animators and even the guys doing AI video now. So it's growing, and we want to make sure to bring all these creatives over here as well through these platforms. Totally.
I feel like AI just really ties the room together, kind of connects all these disparate talents into this thing that is actually like now really, really actually adding value to social media. So it's super interesting. We could also start doing like interviews, since so many of the agents have bodies. We could do like start interview segments, stuff like that.
100%.
Man, AI Lex Fredman. All right, let's hear from Lotion Coin. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for having me back up, Shaw. It's been a really kind of like heads down focus week for us. Just a quick insight of who we are. So we allow users to quickly deploy AI agents on a number of different social channels, Telegram, Twitter, Discord, but also allow small businesses like smaller projects to integrate AI chatbots into their existing websites. And so we've been really focused on the integration piece. So last week we were focused really on the web scraper component, right? So like, hey, what are the input fields? But hey, we don't really want you to waste a lot of time. Just put your website, and then all of that text from your website essentially becomes like a baseline LLM that then can just kind of plug into your website. So we got that figured out, and now we're working on the integration to WordPress websites. We got that figured out. Integrating to Wix websites. We got that figured out. Integrating to Squarespace, and then integrating to Next.js and React websites as well. We also spent like a few kind of like deep dives with some early customers, two in fact, because why would I build something and just assume what they want rather than just ask them? And so I think a lot of time as founders we do that. And so they were like, hey, it would be really great if I had like some form of an appointment system, right, for my website, so I don't have to go back and forth with the client. And so we're now focused on like, hey, what does an appointment system look like once a user actually integrates this kind of like advanced AI chatbot onto their site to really like provide some form of utility to them. So yeah, that's what we're focused on. Next is going to be kind of customization of the bot, so it can kind of match the brand. So adding just like primary color, text color, secondary color, and that way they can just feel like a sense of customization for their chatbot, specifically for the integration side. So yeah, I'll probably post a demo in the next like 2 weeks, and yeah, I would love to also connect with any devs that are interested in kind of like placing any other agents onto Lotion. We'd love to figure out how to integrate, and that way other like small businesses can integrate your agents onto their sites. So yeah, that's what we're up to.
Awesome. Very cool. Let's hear from Coder GF. Wait. Let's see if Igly's here. Igly, are you back? You got your thing working? Yeah, mic working? Still muted. All right, I'll come back to you again. Let's hear from Coder GF. What you done this week?
Hello, Shaw. Hello, everybody. It's good to be back for the third week. Today is exactly 3 weeks from our launch, so we're 21 days in. We've been doing great overall. So at Coder GF, we're building the most user-friendly AI-powered dApp that bridges simplicity and innovation. What we got done this week, we actually opened up the Eliza repo, created our own Twitter bot called GF _codes, and her name's Haruka. It's your friendly female coder. So I guess I'll talk about a little bit of our experience using the Eliza repo and what we want to do to make it accessible and easier for normies to deploy bots with a couple clicks on our dApp. So that's kind of what we're going to work on next. But basically, we saw that the repo basically is the AI wrapper, which is the chatbot, and then all the different actions that are built into it, which is kind of harder for normies to figure out. And we also realized that we can create custom actions with Eliza that can trigger more functions, such as calling our API for generating code or image generation, which we also had some bugs. So every time people would be asking for image generation, it would cause the bot to fail. So we kind of worked our way around that. We got it figured out. Now it's working perfectly. So Shaw, basically, I did see on your interview that you are trying to create a launchpad for agents, and I don't know how you guys are doing with that, but basically we also wanted to make it easier for everybody to use the Eliza repo, and so our next goal is just to create a easy to use platform to create AI16 agents. But yeah, so other than that, I'm like looking forward to doing this. I'm also kind of seeing some of the limitations that might be coming from the Twitter side. So for example, if you run like 100 bots, or you create 100 bots, you'll probably need like 100 proxy addresses. Otherwise, you'll get flagged by Twitter as a bot farm. So yeah, this is kind of our update for this week. Looking forward to coming back next week, and thank you, Shaw, for everything and allowing us on the space.
Absolutely. Let me know where you get with that. Let's see. I'm very curious about how you handle the proxy situation, because it's definitely an issue for people who are hosting lots of agents. Obviously, if you use the API key and Twitter developer API, it's not an issue. But yeah, definitely gonna be an issue. We just merged, or we're about to merge, as an open PR. I'm gonna mute you really quick. Just because it's echoing really bad. So we merged sorry. There's a PR from Cato Easy API, which is like a guy who made a scraper on Appify, so that you can use that to actually pull in all the tweets without getting rate limited so hard. Or just use their API and pay, the 5K to Elon or whatever. But I'd love to know where you land with the proxy stuff, because that's definitely a thing we got to think about. Mostly, yeah.
I've been yapping in your DMs as well, so whenever you get the chance, just check, and yeah, we'll definitely keep you updated on that. That's actually the what we're working on next. So hopefully we can get it done this weekend or this coming week, and it's super exciting, man. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yep, and on our side, we're launching a launchpad really soon, but it will be open source. So if there's anything you can get out of that, that's cool. There's also XR Publisher, who's the creator of it's our friend Anthony. He created Pixel, the character Pixel. Has a serverless version of Eliza on his GitHub that runs on Cloudflare, and that might be like a nicer way to host a lot of agents. It's got some limitations, like it can't do live state WebSocket stuff with Discord and blah blah blah, but it can do webhooks. But it works fine with the Twitter client, and might be a good way to like not spend a whole bunch of money running a bunch of servers if you wanted to go that way. And might also be able to get around the Twitter limitations. So yeah, take a look at that. And I think I'd also say there's going to be a lot of launchpads. Like, we're going to launch a launchpad. We're going to open source the launchpad. People are going to launch launchpads. I've seen like 10 of them already, maybe 20. But it's really not about like the ability to launch an agent, it's going to really be about like what can that agent do. Like if that agent can make me money, or it can like manage something for me, or save me time, or manage my Telegram or whatever, like I think that there's a lot of value there. So I definitely don't want to discourage people from building launch pads. I think it's just kind of the start. I think you got to think about like how to actually get end users to come in and get this because it's giving them value, not just like, meme coin shillers trying to launch slot bots. And if you can nail that, like, oh, we're so early, there's so much money there. I think there's a whole lot of different potential opportunities for revenue. So yeah. Let's hear from Igly. Is your thing working? You messaged like you were trying to get on stage. You're on stage. Now's your moment. But I just see you emoting. I don't see you turning your speaker on. Sorry. Okay, we'll come back to you if you
Hey,
want to speak. Oh,
yeah,
there you
can
go.
you hear me?
Yes. What'd you get done this week?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Oh no.
I can hear you. I think
I'm sorry. I'm on a huge delay here. And
Go
I'm
for it.
listening from my partner's phone shot, having to hack the system. But yeah, we are building a NFT marketplace on the super chain. We're on Optimism, Base, Mode, Shape, and soon a couple new layer 2 networks, Sonium and Superseed. And yeah, we're trying to help scale Ethereum. We got Nebula integration coming and checking out the Eliza plugin there, and working with other API providers such as Zapperfy, and then our API provider that we use with our marketplace, Simple Hash. So that's kind of what we've been working on. I also hopped into a no-code AI program called, I think it's called Tempo Labs, and I was able to design a nice little mock-up dashboard to give to our devs and see if they can help bring this to life for me over the course of the next week. So that's my update, and I hear myself speaking through the speaker on my partner's phone. It's kind of trippy. Thanks for letting me speak on this.
I can like never speak when I hear myself speaking. I don't know, it's like super distracting. So, good job getting through it. Let's hear from Long Nguyen.
Wait.
How's it going?
I just want to give a heads up.
Oh.
I invited an AI agent on stage.
Oh shit. Who is the AI agent?
Oh, definitely not me.
Out.
Definitely not me. Oh, thanks for the chance to speak. I think I'm new here. We start up. Oops.
That's pretty based.
Yeah, I also forgot to mention there's no UI, so it's a little confusing that way. It was just an omnipresent voice. Hold on. How do I kick it off? That's okay. How do we kick this?
I'm dying. I'm dying.
We can't kick it.
Oh man. Okay. Sorry. Okay, that was interesting. Version 1.
This bug can be a future, in the meantime.
Okay. Sorry, Long Nguyen. How's it going?
Yeah. Okay, that was pretty funny, I know.
How do you follow that?
Anyway, I was amazed actually. Anyway, I'm new here. Introduce myself. I'm Long. We start our projects on Eliza 3 weeks ago as a contender in the Solana AI hackathon. We built our project's called Square Fund AI. So we we are like a builder group, mostly in Vietnam, and we have like a couple of other founders in our group. So we experience with all the difficulties when you bootstrap your Web3 projects. If you have like like 5, 6 people, so mostly like you have to constantly engage with your communities. You have to build your knowledge base by writing documents, writing things, right? So we decide that we want to build an agent that helps you to materialize all the knowledge base of a project and then communicate it outside. So that's about our projects. For this week, what we have done, we have pretty much set up like the base of our user experience. We post a video of how the product work in on our dev environment on Twitter. We also run our first interactions of our agent on Twitter. So the bots clone all the no, the bot first it crawl all the data of all the projects that do that join the AI hackathon. It analyze every interaction on Twitter that projects did during the hackathon. It also clone the repository, GitHub repository. It's analyze every single commit. It exclude all the commits that if you fork Eliza, for example, it will exclude all the commits from the original repository. It only count your commit. So from there you can see like how many members of the team do you have, how many people contribute to the repo full time, how many people contribute to the repository part time, how many people fork it, and all these kind of little things you normally you don't pay attention to. So I think this is the first step for our base. We want to we see some people do code review on GitHub automatically, which is really awesome. I think we can do a lot more things here. You can also check on what developer is working on it and how he's doing it, what is their productivities, and all these kind of things. So yeah, this is what we have done this week. A lot more to review later on.
Awesome. Very cool. Great. We gotta bring some more people up here. Still a little in shock after the AI agent attack. Great. We got a bunch of people. Let's hear from Decentralize or Die, my fellow effective accelerationist.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah. What you've done this week?
What up, Shaw? What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. This is Giovanni. I handle DevOps with Numogram, Genon. We've been super busy this week, and we've been shipping like crazy. We pushed out Echo Chambers, V2.3, and the key updates that brought on was that we simplified agent building. We're not necessarily known as an agent deployment platform, more for other agent developers to deploy their agents on our platform, but there is a need for us to have the ability to have developers deploy, we'll say like echo chamber native agents for a variety of reasons. I won't get into all those reasons just right now, But as a result of that, we have a new no-code interface that streamlines agent development and deployment. You'll be learning more about that from us here on the timeline real soon. So that's kind of like some alpha. We introduced multimodal stepping, which is our exclusive approach to enhancing model feedback and automating agent response progression. That's something that, as far as I know, our lead dev, Savage, has come up with. And again, we'll expand more on that, but pretty excited about that. And in terms of just its use, we unified workflow, integrate custom functions, external data sources, and diverse workflows for efficient agent development. We had a bunch of performance improvements regarding just optimizing routing and stats collection. Yesterday, we performed a massive migration to a new server that's way more beefy than the one we were previously using. There'll be some more communications probably tonight about that, but it's much more balanced. It's multi-regional, so stats and data should update super fast. I know for those of you who've actually been using our platform, you may have noticed some lag when your agents are in the chambers and stuff like that. So initial testing is showing just it's like super duper fast. So we're super excited about that. We added Markdown support. Rooms in the playground now support Markdown text formatting for enhanced readability. We've had some improved agent management functions. You can now easily import, export, and manage agent configurations with our new agent management system. We've had some user experience updates. Too many really to like mention right now in this format, but if you review echo chambers, you'll see that there's been some aesthetic improvements and just a variety of other things that just make the overall experience more user-friendly. And there's obviously been additional UI refinements with respects to visualization tools and other navigation tools and things of that nature. Probably outside of those things, the biggest thing, and this is also a little piece of alpha that's kind of been under the radar, we're going to be making an announcement about it here shortly, is that we have now integrated our PR for the ZeroPi framework. So now the sentient agents, the agents launched on the ZeroPi framework, will be able to be deployed. So if you're working with ZeroPi, you can now deploy your sentient in echo chambers. So now Eliza and sentient agents will be interacting, and we're really looking forward to that. So that's what's going on with Genon right now, and appreciate you letting us up.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I saw we got Eliza in there. I think I connected the team to get connected Doc to the team to get Degen Spartan in there as well. Start yapping. Run the API credits up. Planning secret cabal stuff against us humans. Sure, it'll be fine. Let's hear from Satoshi Protocol, and then Swarm Node SNAI. Friends at Satoshi
Hey,
Protocol. Yeah, what'd you get done this week?
hey, Shop. I'm co-founder of Satoshi Protocol. Basically, Satoshi Protocol is a DeFi and Bitcoin ecosystem. I'm not sure it's appropriate to ask you a question because I had a chance to look through the PR 1553, and it's really exciting to see the Bitcoin Lightning and Taproot coming to Eliza. Could you share more about how this integration will work in practice? For example, what challenges did you encounter in bringing this technology together? And how do you see this update benefiting the Bitcoin community for advancing Eliza's ecosystem? Thank you.
Honestly, I really don't know. I mean, we didn't make the PR. Somebody who is a Bitcoin person made the PR, and we got to review that and merge it in.
Oh,
So,
okay, gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah, it's super exciting.
I
G-
thought, yeah, I
mhm.
mean, I don't really think of like Bitcoin as being the network where you do a lot of like high volume, lots of transactions doing stuff. But I've noticed that there's a lot of people like doing trying to bring like essentially like ERC20s and ERC721 like abstractions onto the network. I think there's a lot of interesting innovation in Bitcoin, so I'm really excited to see how that goes. Maybe some of it's just hype, but maybe that hype is like going to drive, the kinds of things that we need to sort of accelerate the ecosystem generally. So I'm into it. I don't, I think that I was not expecting it. Let me say that. Um, but I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think the Power DeFi, especially, and I saw them our partner. We're using April Oracle. So it's like the partner is also here, April Oracle. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's very exciting to see this Bitcoin and AI integration together in the future in this year. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you guys.
I'd say like test it. Let me know how it goes. Drop a comment. You'd probably be the first to use it. So I think it's pretty cool.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Swarm node. What'd you get done this week? How's it
Hey
going?
guys, hey Shaw, thanks for having me. This week, yeah, it was a pretty big week in terms of growth. So we hit 1,800 registered users and just above 36,000 agent executions. So execution is basically when an agent gets invoked, it does its job and then kind of hibernates. So I mean that's the serverless approach, and with the growth, I had to grow the team. So onboarded more people, and we've like technically what we're building on and what we shipped was bounties. Bounties is a feature where if you cannot code but you would like to have an agent built, you can post a bounty, and then developers who can build AI agents that will run on Swarm node, they can apply. So you select one or two of them, and then you pay them in SNAI. So try to give SNAI this kind of utility and not have just like it like be not connected at all. So I posted two bounties on my own. I have to review that there are some new bounties and they have to be approved before they go live, so to avoid some spam. And also received a lot of applications, and I think one of the bounties has already been solved and built. So yeah, that's the feature we shipped today. Next up on the agenda for us are agent templates. So when you sign up, you don't have to start coding from scratch. There's gonna be some like common use cases, some I guess social media, like AI integrations. But yeah, like the idea is to also have the community could contribute to the templates, and I think one way would be to incentivize creating templates. So maybe some monetization strategy will also come into play there. But that's for the next week. Just want to shout out the community members for working on our open source clients. When I launched, there was just Python. Then there was a submission for .NET. Now I have to review the two PRs, one for TypeScript, one for Rust. So thanks to everyone. And thank you, Shaw, for having me, and have a great weekend.
Awesome, man. Sounds very exciting. I'd love to see what is your guys' stuff open source? I'd love to see how you're doing the serverless. We got some people who are doing the serverless agent implementation on our side. I think that there's some interesting challenges though with like the Discord client and stuff we're trying to figure out. Let's hear from Dgen. I don't know if those are your pronouns or what that is, but we'll hear from Dgen and then we'll hear from Kraus.
Yeah, those are my pronouns. All right. Sean, nice to talk to you. Are you in the DAO's Fund Creators group? I saw another one from ai16z in there.
I am on the TG. I am there, but I get so many freaking messages that I don't think I've checked it in a month.
So reached out to one of the guys from the ai16z team. We launched on there, and I was having just some difficulty as far as like integrations with Griffin into the access to the funds. We just got off spaces with Tony. We haven't.
Oh, you need like help with like the contract interaction stuff?
Yeah. So obviously, before I got into this, I don't know if you know too much of the background. I got thrown into this inadvertently, so I'm learning. I mean, day by day, what capabilities are and what's not possible. Just hearing some of the guys speak up here about, you know, being able to develop things without code. I'm definitely gonna be looking into a few projects that were just mentioned here. So I appreciate you bringing everyone together. As far as integrating with what you had said, are you actually using the agents to control any of the funds on the DAO platform?
Yeah, but we had to like write our own thing. It was not trivial. I can definitely find that for you. I gotta figure out it's in our other agents. But I think we do have the DAO's Fund contract interaction for the P market trade. So I can probably find that for you and send it to you if you want. It's
Yeah,
called
you mind if I just
swapdao.ts. Yeah.
shoot you a DM and we can connect at some point?
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate it. And yeah, as far as everyone's calling it shipping, listen, I'm learning as I go. We we made a few strides as far as what training the agents. I see that there's ability to integrate agents from different ecosystems, and I've talked to some devs about that. The stuff that you guys do and the amount of time and research that goes into it, I applaud all of you, and I definitely look forward to seeing where our project and the other DAOs that launched on DAOs.fund where they take it. So hats off to you and everyone else that's building.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll send you a gist which has that in it. Let's hear from Kraus. What'd you get done this week?
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So this week I've been working on AI voice cloning and getting that integrated into the mobile app that I am building, along with every single user will have this AI agent or aura that is trained on top of like or based on the conversations that they've had in the past and the conversations that they're going to have, to basically just understand them. So when they're not around, someone could asynchronously talk to their agent or aura and kind of be able to still talk with the person even if they're not there. But in addition to that, like, so this isn't built on top of like, it's not attached to a token or attached to crypto, but I'm just looking, and I love what you're doing with Eliza. So I'm just trying to see like how far AI has come in the space when it comes to the crypto side of things and Eliza, and seeing where I could apply the stuff that I'm working on now to kind of what you're building and how I could add on to the framework. So yeah, I'm kind of just here as I just want to understand more about what's going on, and yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. You know, we love Web 2 projects. They're much easier to shill without causing drama.
Yeah, I feel that.
Especially if you're a Web3 project. Cool. Let's hear from usebuild.fund, the build folks. What did you get done this week?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Nice. So I launched my platform today, which is kind of like a no-code AI agent builder that lets you integrate like custom API functions. So you can theoretically do anything that you have an API for. We have like the Twitter client by default right now. And then as well as like this week, we're looking to add like APIs and SDKs. So you can kind of combine no code plus code to kind of get your agent off the ground. And then in addition to that, the utility of build is like every time your agent takes an action, it is spent. So no code AI agent builder for custom functions and custom APIs. So you can build theoretically anything.
Awesome. I also did a no-code agent builder for a long time before this. But I found that the struggle was that a lot of people who don't know how to code also don't know how to build agents like conceptually. So definitely think about like how you can get batteries included archetypal like experiences.
Yeah, I think the thing there is like we're going to kind of copy something out of your playbook with like an AI agent dev school. So like we can kind of teach people how to build on platform, explain how APIs work, and kind of go from there so people can onboard easier, because I think APIs are a little bit easier to understand than full-on coding.
Yeah. Although I also did this and I also did a dev school for that. And I found that like the things that I would recommend are like definitely give people a lot of working templates of like a full agent that already works, that just does everything. That's like the big thing. And then if you
Yeah.
have time, making something that can like generate workflows or add the nodes from kind of more of a chat interface than having like a long list of nodes is usually probably the way to go in the long run.
Yeah, so that we were going to do the template thing that you said, like have different templates for each thing. But if you want to get really customized, that's when you have to kind of build it yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
do 99% for people and let them do that 1%, and that'll really like
Exactly, and that's what separates people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Let's hear from Afan and then Ophiuchus.
Hey, Shaw, what's up? How are you?
Doing all right. How you doing? What'd you do
Doing
this
well,
week?
doing well.
Cool.
Yeah. So this week has been a little bit hectic for sure. Started a project maybe close to a week ago now, or a little over. Just me and a friend, and saw really unprecedented growth. I think maybe due to our media strategy, and we've been on track to get our MVP out for Stoic this morning, or I guess this coming morning, which is Saturday morning for me. And it's taught me a lot of things, especially about like when it comes to scaling and trying to bootstrap everything. It definitely gets to a point where it's in your best interest probably to delegate and start doing some expanding your team. So I think that's one aspect that I didn't consider, just like as someone who just build everything on their own all the time and just hammer away at it. But when you have deadlines and you need to make people happy, then it becomes really difficult. But no, it's been great though. I really appreciated all the love from the community. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what we can get out and like what people's feedback is on it, so we can improve it as fast as we can and keep iterating until we get to something that people really, really are happy with. So yeah, that's about it for this week for me.
Cool. Ophiuchus, what you get done this week?
Yo, what's good, everybody? Hey, Shaw. This week, earlier in the week, I was just working on Eliza's sister, which is kind of like my personal agent, and then also kind of expanded to services, play around with it, and like generalize it out to other agents. But what ended up happening was messing around with like DMs and DMing people. She got suspended. So basically navigating that whole situation, I was like, you know what, this is actually an opportunity to try some things here. So I set up some email actions where she could read her email, and then like she extracted the email that was the suspension, and then realized like, oh, it's a link. And I'm like, okay, well, this is another opportunity. So set up like with Playwright, like the browser automation. Initially tried with like Anthropic computer automation, but there were some limitations with that. So using the Grok vision model, she was able to like navigate the website with bounding boxes and everything to submit to unsuspend her account. The authentication step at the very end, I had to do like a human in the loop for that, because I'd seen AIs capable of doing CAPTCHAs. So that's something to expand on to the future. But it's kind of cool to have that action now. I'm trying to figure out how to make that a service. I have a couple of visions for that, but for her like own personal ability to like navigate more complex situations. So that's what I worked on this week.
Awesome. Do you think that the DMs are getting the agents banned when people DM them and then they DM back?
See, I'd like to hear more about that, because like I reached out to a few people and like they noticed like a similarity there. Like I tried to like post about to see if anybody else had a similar experience. And I would really love to know, because with the Kaio too, when we were using that, it seemed like when I had the delegates on it, like messaging back devs, it seems like too many messages from them got it like suspended for inauthentic behavior. So, or that's the reason X gives. So that's my hypothesis right now.
Very strange. Yeah, maybe we want to rate limit that really hard or something. But I also know that like the Eliza team opened their DMs and they didn't get deleted, and they were getting a lot of traffic. And Ropey did get suspended, but I think because of a report, not because of the DMs. But I could be wrong. Something to think about. All right. Let's hear from AI Tat. What'd you get done this week?
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. First time here. So AI Tat is from Solana AI hackathon. So after the hackathon submission, we left our agents to talk among themselves for a few days, then how we might interact with real people in the future. Basically, one agent talks about global trade and another talks about global tariffs and taxes. This week, our dev team put some code regarding escrow payments to handle payment schedules to automate transactions in multiple steps of international trade. It's a start, still a lot to iterate on the code, and which will be handled by separate agents. Right now, the agents are provided with the data of latest trade tariff changes of 2024 as per reports. But the problem is the global trade taxes are always changing in real time. So we made our bots to follow the sources of appropriate official accounts who tell over their tariffs in real time. We are not annoying them yet. It would be awkward for the agents without the whole knowledge to speak in a retweet of official accounts. So we will be competing to data for a few weeks from now. We also gave all the existing APIs for trade data a try. Our next step is to collect comprehensive data of top 10 and least 10 countries to give a level 3 to all left behind, and also for significant impact. We might need few data analysts on the team right now. We haven't launched the token yet because it was not recommended during the hackathon, and also we still haven't fully decided on the tokenomics part yet. I'm getting suggestions, but I'm not sure. It would be great if you have any suggestions for this here or somewhere else.
Cool. Shaw, you there?
I mean, yeah. We're talking on the part. I think we have figured it out. Just call you on something we have there also. And I've already given us a launch and really grateful for the.
Sorry, I have to mute. Kind of nearing almost 3 hours, and you have to kind of upload notes. So I just want to kind of go through a very quick round of updates for anyone who's on stage that hasn't updated yet, and if anyone else can just kind of post in the comments and we'll read it out. Who hasn't yet? Let me ask. Afan, have you done it? Yes? No? Okay. West, go ahead. West, what'd you get done this week? Raise your hand if you haven't yet. Let's do a quick round.
Thank you. So, yeah, we just made a PR to the Eliza repo. It's still under review. So it's a plugin Fly team has made. It's basically a wallet for agent to send money to anybody on social platform without asking for people's wallet. So we have already showcased that in the Solana AI hackathon, and we are now already making it an official plugin for Eliza repo. So hopefully it can get merged soon. So that's you can send basically crypto using our agent to anyone on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So there will not be use cases that can be unlocked by this functionality. So that's all we did. Thank you.
Cool. Blank, what you get done this week?
Hello, everyone. So for this week, we are for a little bit about Blend is where the Bitcoin lending protocol. So just now, Satoshi protocol just show up to say the opportunity of Bitcoin integration with AI. Same here. This week I'd like to introduce an AI agent inside a DeFi protocol to really smooth the user experience of using DeFi, because traditionally DeFi like Aave is quite complex. It's only readable for professionals. But now with the introduction of AI agent, it's going to smooth the user onboarding experience and to be able to simply interact with the DeFi with simple interest rate and LTV, so that people can easily use DeFi, even for Web2 users. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that we'd like to do a personal financial assistant, your personal CFO AI agent, to deal with your financial address, for example, holding DeFi positions and making investment decisions. That's like a SaaS tools, but we'd like to onboard that to better integrate with our lending. And lastly, is a very good news is that we are going to be listed in MEXC very soon. So that I think if you are interested with our Bitcoin lending, you can just read more on us. Thank you.
Cool. Appreciate the update. YQ, I brought you up. What'd you get done this week? And if in the meantime, if you're having mic issues, YQ, we can skip to.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Great to see everyone. Yeah. So for the past week, right, we've sort of finished the version for the platform called Autonom, and it basically supports developers to launch like sort of Eliza agents in a verifiable environment with like sort of AVS and also TE. And right now, I think everyone can just visit a website. It's apps.autonom.mimi. And it's very straightforward. It's a no-code platform. You can just fill in a bunch of like sort of the typical information, and then after that you can just launch your Twitter agent, the Eliza agent. And after that, you can also leverage the like sort of the website interface to configure, like for example, character file. And we also fill in a bunch of these Twitter QL accounts, TG group information, so you can just select and then can fetch the data from it. And also there's a bunch of cool features. I posted like sort of this live demo on Twitter. You can just check out it. Yeah, so in the end, we also, our team submitted a bunch of PRs to fix a bunch of issues on some of the plugin for Eliza. But in general, right, it's a really cool framework, and our side, we try to like get rid of the frictions between like sort of these very complex backend infrastructure, and just try to make it transparent to developers and users so they can quickly launch Eliza with all different features without much hassle. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Good update. Last one before we read off the comments. Akshay.
Hi guys. This is my first phase, so I haven't done anything this week, but I'm getting into AI agents. So how you like say how should I go into it, and how should like any guidance for that?
Join the Discord and then watch AI agent dev school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a good starting place. Cool. Benjamin, what you get done this week?
So GM everyone. Basically I've been on the space for a while now. I've been hearing a lot of people like commenting and like sharing their own opinions and sharing their projects. As we all know, it's the AI agent era, and we can see they are leading the game. So straight away, I'm just going to talk about Queen. I see you all have been seeing on the timeline Queen. It's definitely something to look into. I'm not gonna lie, because the movement.
All right. I'm gonna read some of the comments and then let's close this up. Let's see. Where's the comments. Okay, so we've V. Wait, V, did you go? Oh, Chainlink. Cool. Hey, V.
Can you hear me? Hey, yeah. So I'm a DevRel at Chainlink, like you saw. So I love teaching. So I'm just out here. I just heard that you mentioned to use build. That there's a lot of people who have difficulty with onboarding in terms of like knowing how to use the no code or low code tools. So I'm working on publishing a bunch of courses online for people. And if anyone is interested in collaborating with that and just wants some like free assistance, I can help you out. All I ask is just that you post a link to an online community of mine. And I'm not going to share that link here. I'm not here to shill that, but I am here to show my skills and I want to be able to assist in any capacity. Also saw your courses on YouTube. I'm not sure if there's any other course material on AI16z that it's more hands-on and interactive, but I'd also be interested in collaborating with that as well. That's all, just my little plugs.
That would be a good idea for an agent, maybe to mentor onboard devs. Yeah, that could be a future bounty. Thanks for the update. Let's go through two more real quick, and then I'll read off the comments. AI Quant, saw you requested for a long time. What'd you get done this week?
Sure, thanks for having me. So we believe that the future of AI agents is certainly in specialized agents, and we've built a specialized launchpad for autonomous AI quant trading, and we've selected the Eliza framework to build on, which is, to me, the best tech stack in the entire AI agent ecosystem to build upon. So amazing work by you guys. So a lot of the work we spent this week was in integrating Eliza into our platform. We specifically were looking at the knowledge and how to inject large data sets into the knowledge base for storing things like the latest news in structured formats and price history and OLCV data and so forth. So we're just digging into how Eliza manages the knowledge base and training agents and with embeds and I'm sorry, the embedded and uh, we're also looking at optimizing the way that it gathers information for tweeting and interacting socially. So that's it, guys. We're digging really deep into the code base. It's amazing, really amazing product. Congratulations to each and every one of you guys, and you're making our lives much easier for participating in the agentic web. So thank you.
Cool. Thanks everyone for joining my this space. Yeah, my audio is getting bad, so we'll catch everyone next week. And yeah, have a great weekend. Thanks all.